Welcome back, survival enthusiasts, to part 2 of our Outdoor Survival Mastery series. Today, we delve deeper into the wilderness to uncover 10 advanced survival tips. These skills will elevate your knowledge and prepare you for more challenging outdoor adventures. Let's begin our journey into mastering the art of survival. If you enjoy our ongoing series about wilderness survival, be sure to subscribe for more. Advanced navigation techniques. Navigating in the wilderness is a vital skill, and mastering advanced techniques can be crucial, especially in challenging environments or when traditional tools are not available. Celestial navigation, using the stars, sun, and moon, is an ancient practice that remains relevant. By identifying key constellations, such as the North Star, Polaris, in the Northern Hemisphere, and understanding the movement of celestial bodies, one can determine direction and navigate effectively at night. The shadow stick method, which involves using the sun's shadow cast by a stick to find direction, is another valuable technique. Different terrains pose unique navigation challenges. In dense forests, where visibility is limited, paying attention to subtle signs like moss growth, tree bends, and sun patches can guide you. In open deserts or snowy landscapes, landmarks can be scarce and distances deceptive, making celestial navigation more useful. Advanced navigation also includes understanding how to read and interpret topographic maps, recognizing natural formations, and using them to orient oneself. Learning to navigate without a compass or GPS requires practice and a deep understanding of the natural environment. It's about developing a sense of direction and being able to read the subtle clues nature provides. These skills not only enhance your ability to find your way, but also deepen your connection with the natural world, making you more attuned to its rhythms and patterns. Weather prediction. Weather prediction in the wilderness is a crucial skill for survival and comfort. Understanding how to read the sky and interpret environmental signs can provide valuable insights into impending weather conditions. Cloud formations, for instance, can tell a lot about the weather. Cumulus clouds may indicate fair weather, while cirrus clouds often precede a storm. Wind direction and changes in temperature can also provide clues about changing weather patterns. Natural barometers, like observing the behavior of animals and plants, can also offer weather insights. Birds flying low or the sudden quieting of wildlife can indicate an approaching storm. Some plants, such as pine cones, respond to humidity changes, which can signal rain. These natural signs, combined with knowledge of local weather patterns and seasonal changes, can help predict weather more accurately. Being able to anticipate weather changes is crucial for planning routes, finding shelter, and ensuring safety. It helps in decision-making, whether to set up camp, continue traveling, or seek shelter. Moreover, understanding weather patterns is also part of respecting and harmonizing with the natural environment, an essential aspect of responsible wilderness exploration. Advanced first aid. Advanced first aid skills are essential in dealing with emergencies that go beyond basic cuts and bruises. These skills include managing severe injuries, such as fractures, deep wounds, and burns, and dealing with exposure-related conditions like hypothermia and heat stroke. For instance, knowing how to create a splint with available materials can immobilize a broken limb, and understanding the principles of wound management can prevent infections in deep cuts. Handling exposure-related conditions requires both preventive and reactive measures. For hypothermia, it's crucial to understand the importance of dry clothing, insulation from the cold ground, and, if necessary, how to safely initiate body-to-body warming. For heat stroke, finding shade, ensuring hydration, and using evaporative cooling techniques are vital. A comprehensive first aid kit is a must-have in any wilderness exploration. It should include items for treating a range of injuries and ailments, and one must know how to use each item effectively. Moreover, wilderness first aid also involves making difficult decisions, such as when to move an injured person and when to wait for help, balancing the urgency of the situation with the safety of both the rescuer and the injured. Foraging for medicinal plants. Foraging for medicinal plants in the wild is an invaluable skill, adding a layer of self-sufficiency to your survival knowledge. The wilderness offers a variety of plants with healing properties, but it requires knowledge and caution to use them safely. For example, willow bark contains a compound similar to aspirin, making it useful for pain relief. Plantain, commonly found in many parts of the world, can be used as a poultice for wounds and insect bites. Identifying these plants correctly is crucial, as many medicinal plants have lookalikes that are poisonous. Learning from experienced foragers, using field guides, and attending workshops can help build this knowledge. It's also important to understand how to prepare these plants, whether they need to be used fresh, dried, or turned into teas or salves. Ethical foraging is as important as knowing what to forage. This means taking only what you need, being mindful of not overharvesting, and respecting the ecosystem. Remember, foraging isn't just about survival. It's about understanding and maintaining a sustainable relationship with nature. Trapping and hunting. Trapping and hunting are skills that can be essential for food procurement in long-term survival situations. While these skills require practice and knowledge, they must be approached ethically and responsibly. Setting snares and traps can be effective for catching small game, but it's important to understand local wildlife patterns, including game trails and water sources. Traps should be humane and checked regularly to avoid unnecessary suffering of animals. Hunting requires skill with a weapon, whether it's a bow, a spear, or a firearm. It also requires knowledge of the animal's behavior, tracking skills, and an understanding of local regulations and sustainable practices. Like trapping, hunting should be done ethically, ensuring a quick and humane kill, and utilizing as much of the animal as possible to avoid wastage. For many, trapping and hunting are more than just survival skills. They are a way to connect with the natural world and understand the cycle of life and death. These skills require not only physical ability, but also a deep respect for the animals and the environment. Sustainable practices ensure that wildlife populations remain healthy and that the natural balance is maintained. Advanced shelter building. In situations where survival extends beyond a few days, advanced shelter building skills become necessary. These shelters are more durable and offer better protection against the elements. For instance, an A-frame or a dugout shelter can provide insulation in cold weather, while a debris hut can be a quick solution in milder climates. The choice of shelter depends on the environment, weather conditions, and available materials. Advanced shelters may involve more complex construction techniques, like creating a framework with larger branches, using mud or moss for insulation, or building a raised platform to avoid ground moisture. In snowy environments, building a snow cave can provide excellent insulation, while in hot and arid regions, a shelter with good ventilation and shade is crucial. Building these shelters requires not just physical effort, but also planning and creativity. It's about maximizing comfort and safety with the resources at hand. A well-constructed shelter can significantly improve your chances of survival and make an extended stay in the wilderness more bearable. Water sourcing and storage. Finding water is essential, but in a prolonged survival situation, storing water becomes equally important. Techniques for water storage include using natural containers like hollowed-out logs or creating containers from bark or leaves. In arid environments, digging for water at the bends of dry riverbeds can yield groundwater. Collecting dew or rainwater using tarps or plastic sheets can also provide significant amounts of water. Creating a rainwater catchment system can be as simple as positioning a tarp or poncho to collect rain and funnel it into a container. In environments where water is scarce, techniques like solar stills, which use the sun's heat to evaporate and then condense water, can extract moisture from the soil or vegetation. Properly managing and rationing your water supply is crucial. This includes being mindful of activities that cause excessive sweating, cooking methods that conserve water, and understanding how to find signs of water in the environment, such as following animal tracks or watching the flight paths of birds. Wilderness, cooking and preservation. Cooking in the wild goes beyond simply roasting food over a campfire. Techniques like smoking and drying can preserve meat and fish for longer periods, essential for extended stays in the wilderness. Smoking over a slow fire can cure meat, adding flavor while extending its shelf life. Drying, either in the sun or over a fire, can preserve fruits, vegetables, and meats. Nutrition is an important consideration in wilderness cooking. It's essential to balance your diet with adequate protein, carbohydrates, and fats. This might involve foraging for edible plants to complement hunted or trapped food. Cooking underground using techniques like pit ovens can be an efficient way to cook larger meals or bake using hot coals. Experimenting with different cooking methods can also make meals more enjoyable, boosting morale. It's important to practice these skills and understand the principles of food safety to prevent foodborne illnesses, which can be particularly dangerous in a survival situation. Self-defense and safety. In the wilderness, self-defense can be critical for survival. This includes protecting oneself from wild animals and, in rare cases, from other people. Basic self-defense techniques, awareness of your surroundings, and understanding animal behavior are key. For example, making noise while hiking can deter many animals, and knowing how to react in the unlikely event of a predatory animal attack can save your life. Creating improvised weapons, such as spears or slingshots, can be necessary in certain situations. It's also important to understand the legal and ethical implications of using any weapon. Setting up alarms or tripwires around your campsite can alert you to potential dangers, whether from wildlife or people. Being aware of your environment, staying alert, and having a plan for various threats are essential components of wilderness safety. This also includes understanding the importance of communication, letting others know your whereabouts, and having a plan to reach help if needed. Mental resilience and solo survival. Mental resilience in survival situations is often as critical as physical skills. The challenges of being alone in the wilderness can be immense, not just in terms of physical survival, but also in maintaining mental and emotional well-being. It's crucial to manage stress, fear, and anxiety, which can be overwhelming without the support of a group. Techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, and maintaining a positive outlook can be invaluable. Keeping a routine, such as setting up camp, gathering food, and maintaining personal hygiene, provides structure and a sense of normalcy in an otherwise uncertain environment. Solo survival also demands a high degree of self-reliance and decision-making skills. Without the input or assistance of others, you must rely on your own judgment for critical decisions like navigating terrain, handling wildlife encounters, or managing resources. This necessitates a strong trust in one's skills and instincts, which can be developed through regular practice and learning. Setting small, achievable goals each day, such as reaching a certain point on a map or building a more efficient shelter, can provide a sense of accomplishment and progress, crucial for maintaining morale. Additionally, coping with solitude is a significant aspect of mental resilience in solo survival. The lack of social interaction can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. It's important to find ways to stay mentally engaged and optimistic. Talking to oneself, journaling, or engaging in creative activities like drawing or crafting can help maintain a sense of purpose and mental stimulation. Remembering the reasons for being in the wilderness, whether it's a personal challenge or an unforeseen circumstance, can help keep the focus on the goal of survival and eventual return to safety. As we conclude Part 2 of our series, be sure to subscribe for more and remember that mastering outdoor survival is a continuous journey. These advanced skills are stepping stones to becoming a true survival expert. Stay curious, practice regularly, and respect the wilderness. Until next time, stay safe and embrace your outdoor adventures.